Dozens of Kenyans have woken up to an increase in the Fuliza M-Pesa limits. Some Kenyans who had a Fuliza limit of 1,000 had their limits increased to 10,000. Some who had a limit of 400 had been increased to 3,000, and those who had a limit of 100 had increased to 3,000. Now, many Kenyans reported this significant rise in the Fuliza M-Pesa limit. On the other side now, many Kenyans are furious. Some are reporting that their limits have not been increased. And even though they have been using Safaricom for transaction and paying their Fuliza debts, the limit has remained the same. No change since they started using M-Pesa. Now, in this particular video, guys, I want to take you through step by step the factors that Safaricom considers before increasing a Fuliza limit for an individual. So, we're going to look at some of the factors. And also, how then can you increase your Fuliza limit? There is one option you can do that. And that is you refreshing your M-Pesa Fuliza limit. I will explain to you that at the end of the video. First of all, let's look at some of the factors that Safaricom considers before they increase your M-Pesa Fuliza limit. One of the factors is clearing outstanding Fuliza balances. Now, how do you clear that? If you had a debt, let's say Fuliza limit of you had 2 lines, and of those 2 lines now you have Fuliza for this particular line and for the other particular line. Now, for those 2, you have to clear your Fuliza balances. Clear for this line and clear for the other line. Now, doing this now, you will have a good reputation. Safaricom will look at your statement saying that it is good in good condition, and on the other side now, it is good condition for both lines. So they will now increase your limit from the initial, let's say from 150 to 500. So one of the conditions is clearing outstanding Fuliza balances. Option 2, repay on time consistency. Now, what do this mean now? When you say repay on time, let's say if you have a debt of 300 and then they said your Fuliza limit is 300, then you should pay this debt after 1 month, and you exceed that period you've been given. So exceeding that period will now have a bad reputation for yourself. Now your reputation will be bad. So Safaricom will not increase your limit because now you cannot pay your debts on time. So ensure that if you are given a debt, a loan from Fuliza, if your limit is 300 and now you borrow that 300 to do some business or for individual purposes, now remember to pay that debt on time. This now will lead to an increase in your Fuliza limit. Another one, increase M-Pesa activity. What do I mean by increase M-Pesa activity? When you say increase M-Pesa activity, this is now by daily transactions. Now if you are doing, or let's say 3 transactions per day, if you increase your transaction, let's say you pay things, you buy, you do that. So by increasing now these transactions now, Safaricom will now be sure that this individual is a business person or is someone who is very busy. So by receiving and sending money, you will be having a huge M-Pesa activity. Therefore, Safaricom now will increase your limit because they are sure that if you are let's say if you are receiving 10,000 per day, now the Safaricom will now increase your limit, let's say from 500 to 2,000, because they are sure that you will be able to pay that debt on time. So kindly ensure you increase your M-Pesa activity. Last but not the least, keep your line active. What do I mean by keep your line active? This is by, if you have borrowed now your debt, you have borrowed Fuliza, and for example you have borrowed Fuliza, ndio. Now acha line iko active, usifungue line nyingine alafu uombe then Fuliza alafu uache hivyo. Kindly ensure your line is active. So by doing this now, you'll have a good reputation, and Safaricom will eventually increase your M-Pesa limit, your M-Pesa Fuliza limit, from the initial, let's say 2,000 or 5,000 to 10,000 more increase in that in your limit. Also, let me take you through how to refresh. Let me explain to you like this. Now Safaricom has to, it is only Safaricom and you that have the or they have the chance to increase your M-Pesa Fuliza limit. How? Safaricom can increase your limit. That's the way they did to other Kenyans. On the other side now, you yourself, you have the upper hand on increasing your M-Pesa Fuliza limit. How do you do this now? You dial star 334 hash. On Safaricom line, star 334 hash. After dialing this now, you go to option 00. After option 00, you will now go to option 6, that is refresh your M-Pesa limit, your Fuliza limit. You enter your PIN and then your limit will be refreshed. Let's say if your limit was 2,000, it will be refreshed to 3,000 or refreshed to 250 Kenyan shillings. So remember, this refreshment is done once in 30 days, so it's once in a month. So if you are refreshed for this month, wait for the next month, then you can refresh it. And that is now, guys, you can increase your M-Pesa limit, Fuliza limit. Also, this Fuliza limit increase is done in batches, yani inafanyika in groups. So for example, upatikana kwa hii group, utapatikana kwa the next group. So that's all, guys, about M-Pesa Fuliza. If you learned something, please do consider subscribing to this YouTube channel, and I would really appreciate if you share this video. And kindly let me know your M-Pesa Fuliza limit in the comment section below. Thank you and God bless you.